Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
There's some serious travel trouble out there, especially to the south of us. A semi jackknifed in the middle of Interstate 29 between Brookings and Watertown, South Dakota. One of several crashes relating to the snow.
Here's what it looked like earlier today around the Mankato, Minnesota area. Moderate to heavy snow is falling. Strong winds are reducing visibility, and it's causing several schools to dismiss early.
And here's what it looked like this afternoon near Gibbon, Minnesota. That's about 40 minutes from Marshall. The plows are out trying to stay ahead of the snow and high winds, which are creating poor visibility.
A big bad winter wolf has returned, and it's huffing and puffing to the south of us right now. It looks like he's heading our way, but let's get the very latest from Hutch on what's going on. Hutch?
Well, here in the valley, things are going to remain quiet for the vast majority of us. It has not been quiet today throughout South Dakota and southern and central Minnesota. Let's get right to the nuts and bolts of this storm system as we go through the next 24 hours to 36 hours. Significant snow from eastern South Dakota into central Minnesota and not far from Fargo, Lisbon, and Bemidji. We're expecting snowfall potential of 6 to 12 inches, heavy wet snow. Look at that ridiculousness down by Sisseton. Those hills squeezing 18 to 30 inches of snow out of the atmosphere. A little bit less as we go up into the Devil's Lake Basin. Right now we have snow bands spreading all the way through South Dakota into the Twin Cities. As we take you in, it's already impacting travel. I-29 is closed between the North Dakota border and down to the south near Brookings. And if you're traveling in southeast Minnesota, travel not advised in that Marshall area, Mike. So for this evening, we're going to remain quiet. There is some snow flying down by the border. That's going to continue this evening. Blizzard warning tomorrow is going to be most likely for blizzard conditions south and southeast of Fargo. Winter storm warnings here in the Southern Valley into northwest Minnesota, although we could see blizzard-like conditions as this develops. I'll have hour-by-hour details on the timing of the system and what you can expect in your neighborhood here in a moment.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
There's breaking news out of Hitterdal, Minnesota. That's where a search and dive team are looking for evidence in connection to a murder in that area last summer.
That same area is where Troy Yarbrough was found dead. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley is live on scene right now and gives us the very latest. And it is a story that you'll only see here on Valley News Live. Bailey?
Mike, Andrea, I'm here just a little bit 2 miles away from where Troy Yarbrough was killed and found dead last May. Now, the dive team was right here in this corner in this pond here. They just got out. I'm unsure if they're calling it quits for the day or if they're just getting out of the water to warm up. They've been here. I'm going to flip you around just to see. You can see where they've been right here in all of this broken ice. They've been here for about 2.5 hours looking and with sonar guns and as well as just getting down under the water looking for, I'm unsure. Officials are kind of keeping some tight lips here. I'm unsure if they're looking for one specific piece of evidence or multiple things. Officials will not say what brought them out here because if you remember last summer, we were at a pond right in front of the farmstead where Troy Yarbrough was found dead. This is a different pond, like I said earlier, just about 2 miles away from that farmstead. That earlier search last summer, they were looking for something about the size of a cell phone. This time, again, very tight lips. I'm unsure what they're looking for or why they're out here, but so far, nothing has been found yet. Troy Yarbrough was killed last May. He was first swung at with an axe and then later killed with a cinder block, and then his body was found burned in a grove of trees on the farmstead. We'll keep you updated with anything that comes out of the dive team and their findings here at this pond in Hitterdal, Minnesota. Live, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Bailey. Stick with Valley News Live as this story continues to develop.
Spring has sprung, at least on the calendar, but to the south of us, it's a much different story. As we get set for more snow, local nurseries are making quick changes. At Lowe's in Fargo, we're told most of the greens have already been brought back inside and outdoor chairs are being replaced with snow blowers, salt, and sand.
I'm certainly looking at my gardens and wishing I could get out there.
One of the things about living in this area, it's not something that's uncommon, so we can quickly adapt.
Fargo's Baker Nursery and Gifts tells us that if a plant is healthy, even a late frost a couple of weeks from now will not kill your plant, but it is best not to start planting outside until temps consistently stay above freezing for a few weeks.
North Dakota's National Guard is working to deliver sandbags to keep floodwaters at bay in rural Cass County ahead of the pending snowstorm. Sandbags are loaded up from the armory and brought out to Argusville. That was today. The National Guard tells Valley News Live that 10,000 pallets of sandbags have been delivered since Sunday. Some people decided to get sandbags delivered as a precaution. The National Guard also says they're watching the storm that's moving in and will plan accordingly depending on how it affects water levels.
A Grand Forks woman has been charged with child neglect for failing to get her child timely care. Documents say late last October, 25-year-old Tarika Reen took the 1-year-old to Altru with multiple rib fractures, bruising, and a large burn on his clavicle. The child was being described as appearing exhausted and almost lifeless. Examinations revealed that the child had previous injuries. A laceration to the child's spleen was also found. Authorities say Reen's fiancé, Tareen Miller, admitted that the day before the child was taken to the hospital, he squeezed the child's chest and heard a cracking or popping sound. Miller said while washing the child, the 1-year-old slipped out of his hands, and when he tried to catch him, heard cracking. A warrant is out for her arrest.
2 medical marijuana bills are moving out of conference in North Dakota's legislature, and they look to expand access to the program for some patients. One bill will allow for cancer patients to have enhanced amounts of medical marijuana products, while the other expands the list of acceptable conditions. But the list will not include opioid use disorder and withdrawal. Some committee members were concerned that research on medical marijuana to treat opioid use was limited. They did attach an interim study to the bill, and Minot Representative Matt Ruby, who wants opioid use disorder added, says he hopes to revisit the issue next session. The president of the University of North Dakota is likely leaving Grand Forks. Mark Kennedy sent out an email saying he is the sole finalist to be the president of the University of Colorado. This is Kennedy when he was on North Dakota Today recently talking about graduate success. Kennedy says he has mixed feelings, excitement about the new opportunity, but sadness about leaving North Dakota. He has been the president of UND since 2016.